Alright guys, me again. I haven't even got to my office yet. I've only been doing videos for you so far. Not you. Talking to them. Get in your bed. In your bed. Bed. He didn't go in his bed, by the way. He walked in a completely different direction. You alright guys? Yeah, good. Saw a comment in my one of my videos earlier. What did it say? Your kitchen's minging. I've been saying it for ages. I can't stand that picture either. I can't. My wife bought it at the time, you see, and I'm still in a will. So until that changes, that picture can stay there. Although we have, recently discussed on here an alternative. I'll tell you what is minging. I had a little nosy at your YouTube channel. I know you're a big hitter with your 13 subscribers and 2 views on your last video. One of them, I think, was from me. What is minging is that profile picture of that chick. I'm just saying, right? Bless him. He's only a young lad. He's got like little FIFA uploads or something like that. It's just, so I don't know, just someone in life, I don't know. In fairness, I listen, right? He has got a point. Yeah, because I don't like that. I can't stand that picture. But I do have 2 kitchens, in my 8-bedroom villa on the Mediterranean, which I managed to get thanks to KopTalk. I was going to say a swear word, my rubbish website. There you go. Where's me? I couldn't see where the sweetener was, but it's underneath my tablet. So what we're going to talk about? Well, this has to be my last video for a while because I need to go to my office. I was going to mention James Milner actually, guys. Fabrizio Romano, Mo Salah, him. I think he's been tweeting or speaking to someone somewhere. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but I'm led to believe that he's been commenting on James Milner's situation at Liverpool, as to whether he should have his contract extended or be released. And, the veteran midfielder, I think he's 37 now, isn't he? I don't know about you, but I don't want us to hold on to players like James Milner if it holds back our progress in some ways, but I feel like I've been saying that a while. And what I mean by that is, I'm sure many of you would say that James Milner wouldn't get into our rivals' sides, right? Which might suggest or confirm underinvestment in his squad, right? So, but as far as likeable goes and that, I do like him. That shouldn't come into it whether you like a player or not. It should be about the performances. And I don't know what you guys think, but if a player is still doing it, if they're still contributing something, even if it's, even if it's, only involvement in a cup game, like League Cup, FA Cup, whatever, that people don't seem that bothered about much today, sadly, then good. I mean, some people have said today, give him a coaching role. But the thing is, this is one of the things I always see with when players are coming to the end of their careers or whatever. And if they've been all right at Liverpool, you give him a coaching job. Like every Liverpool player he's got to make him a coach, And maybe that would be a good idea. Maybe that's a fair point. So really, the video was to ask you guys, what would you do with James Milner? I mean, is that it now? Is that it? Or do you still think, well, hang on, age doesn't matter. If he is performing, and the data suggests that he is or whatever, I don't pay much attention to stuff like that. Do you not just... Does the age matter? Would you extend another year? Or would you let him go? For me, I think I'd hold on to him if he's still doing something. Really, I mean, I don't know. I've seen many, when players are linked with Liverpool, not so much these days, but in the past, if a player was linked with us and it said the 28-year-old or 29-year-old, people would be like, too old. It's ridiculous. You know, like the age seems to get lower and lower each. You know, every transfer window is always too old for us. You know, and you know, I remember when we signed Gary McAllister, and I remember running an exclusive at the time. Who told me that? I remember announcing, I ran an exclusive that Liverpool had signed Gary McAllister, and it was 2 days, I think, before that news came out. So you can imagine how much, you know, I got slaughtered then. I mean, even I didn't believe it. I'm not sure I was supposed to say that, but even I didn't believe it. But because I know who told me now, because who told me, and then I knew it was concrete. Like, I just knew it was like, there was no reason why I would. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I remember when they told me, I was exactly the same. I talk, so he said, I'm telling you, it's done. Gary McAllister's signed for Liverpool. It's going to be announced soon. And I think it might have been the other time I got slaughtered, I ran an exclusive about Roy Hodgson. And said he's the next Liverpool. He's done. It's done. It's all done. Sammy Lee's going down now on the train to meet him. I'm sure it was Sammy Lee. I can't remember. It's a long time ago. I'd have to dig back. But those are two of the times I got absolutely slaughtered. And I remember one of the a journalist, Liverpool Click journalist at the time. I don't know if he's around. I'm sure he was called Rory. I can't remember. And he retweeted my tweet, or it would have been on the at KopTalk Twitter account. And I said it's done, exclusive. Sammy Lee, I'm sure it was Sammy. Sammy Lee's on his way down now to meet him. He's on the train right now, going to meet Roy Hodgson, and everyone was like, "That's so stupid." And this journal had retweeted it and got hammered by what you would call today top Reds. Don't listen to him; he doesn't know what he's talking about. And so he untweeted it and went, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." I mean, what sort of a sheep is that? That tells you what these people are like, doesn't it? Like, all right, okay, guys. So they backed down immediately to the top Reds because I'd said that. And I was actually 100% on the money and was right, way ahead of But this back then there wasn't Twitter ITKs. It wasn't like that. Well, I don't remember a Twitter ITK being a thing back then. I don't even remember what year it was when Roy Hodgson was there. It's a period of my life to do with Liverpool Football Club that I'd rather forget. But Gary McAllister and Roy Hodgson exclusives didn't go down very well, and they were right. And the other one, which I got slaughtered for, there was another one actually, was when Kenny Dalglish was sacked, and it was not common knowledge for a couple of days before, and it's a really good feeling when you get something like that. Today, to be honest with you, I think the way the internet's gone today, I don't think I could ever imagine putting a news article now and saying exclusive, because I don't know. I prefer the private environment of the KopTalk members website, people that appreciate you and trust you and stuff like that. So I don't think those days are really like that anymore. Yeah. Anyway, so James Milner, what do you think? Do we keep him? Would you like to see him incorporated into the coaching side, the kids, or something like that? How many coaches do we need? Or do you think that he should be released because maybe having players like James Milner around can justify, well, we don't need another midfielder because we've got that one, that we can, put out in his wheelchair and that. So there's part of me that is like angry and disheartened by a lack of investment in his squad. For sure, as Rafa would say, over the years. And I think, well, there's proof of it. James Milner being proof of it, because we're clinging on to him for as long as we know. He'll be on his deathbed one day, but still on the subs bench. Or is that, are we being unfair because he's genuinely still capable of doing something for us? Or do you measure it by, well, would he get a game at that club, or whatever? Maybe it's a bit of everything. So that's why I've made this video, because I'd really like to know what you think. Is it time to go cheers, or is that completely unfair because he's still been doing the business? I think, who is it? Romano, Mo Salah. I think he's all right. Calm down, dog. He shit himself then. I think he might have said that maybe he might retire. I hope he doesn't retire if he leaves Liverpool. I hope that he goes to another club and continues playing. I always thought it would have been nice for him to go to Leeds United personally, see out his career there. But I don't know. Any thoughts on James Milner? Please don't try and answer this without the anti-FSG vibe. If you don't like FSG, it's fine to say like what I've said. Like, there is that part in the way you think, well, this is why we've got James Milner. Please try and answer it based on performance and whether when you see him play now, do you look and go, he's terrible, or do you just think, no, actually he's still doing it? One more year, guys, or is it time to wave him goodbye? Let me know what you think.